Every second I was thinking of you, protecting the endless, nameless outer rim settlements became a torture. The battles were easy, the longing became unbearable. I've never been so happy as I am at this moment. Padme. Annie, I want to have our baby back home on Naboo. We could go to the lake country where no one would know, where we would be safe. I could go early and fix up the baby's room. I know the perfect spot, right by the gardens. Anakin, you are so beautiful. Just ignoring everything she said, just as a side note. Padme, it's only because I'm so in love. No, I need you to listen to this, Ethan. This is painful.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
this is
so
painful.
Oh, no.
Hello and welcome to Nobody Cares. I'm your host, Zachary, and today we also have...
MasterEth.
Huh, wait.
I don't... Wait.
Not only that, but I also said today we also have, which I feel like most days we have you.
True. That's weird. All right. Well, I was in content mode, so I guess Ethan. Yeah, there we go. Fixed it. Bam. I'll fix it in editing. It's fine. Whatever.
Ethan, have you forgotten already? This is two guys talking.
I know.
It's literally been a year.
See, that's the thing. I didn't know, like, wow, my brain's dying. All right. Yeah, that's how long it's been. Like, I haven't really been in podcast mode for like 7 months. Yeah, Nobody Cares was a year ago.
It's good times. This is
February 8th. So like, yeah, over a year actually with this podcast.
This is just our time capsule, you know? We do this every so often. No one ever listened to it in the beginning anyways. So This is just for us, really. So, hey, you remember that time where we could go outside? That's pretty nice, wasn't it?
No, I don't remember that time. Please remind me. Totally.
Well, it was about 2 months ago. And, you know, actually, it's almost been 3 months ago. No, it's been 2 months. And what we could do is we could go outside. We wouldn't have a mask. We would just go into public and not think twice. It was pretty great.
We had a whole podcast documenting that, you know?
I know. And now if we go outside, you got to wear... Have you been outside in the last 2 months, Ethan?
Define outside. Because, like...
More than out your doors. Have you been down the street? Like, outside of your little neighborhood?
Not usually, no. Because I've had no reason to, honestly.
You could just, ignore the quarantine. I mean, like, it's not like a strict lockdown as long as you're within less than 10 people and generally stay without 6 feet.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, after this month, I'm kind of done with it. So
fantastic. I was gonna say, like,
yeah,
things are opening up a little. Might as well just go full force after this.
Well, it's like, yeah,
most of us gave up a month ago.
I'm aware, but at the same time, I am very much like a strict rule follower. So, like, if there is like an order in place, like. I mean,
it's not like a strict rule. It was more of, hey, you guys should probably stay at home. And if you are going to go outside, wear a mask. They can't really enforce it.
Also, never mind. I heard buzzing from your mic, but then it stopped, so we're fine. The only real problem was, like, crowds, like, big crowds. That's kind of where the problem comes in. But, like, in my opinion, like, if it comes to, like, hang out with 1 or 2 people, like, I don't think it's that big of an issue.
Okay, now, if we get really into this it still is in a sense of, if you're hanging around the same 1 or 2 people, that's different.
Right.
But if it's just like 1 or 2 people here, 1 or 2 people there, like that is how it like trees out and spreads. I have noticed that I used to have a very annoying voice, and I never noticed until somebody pointed it out as I was showing them Wormy Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And they're just like, I can't believe you used to sound like that. And I'm like, sound like what? So I started listening to it. And I'm like this, and I'm like going like this, and it's like weird, and it's like nasally, like I'm actually a nerd.
Well, because you're trying to talk in a certain way. Like, you're trying to be energetic, and you're trying to be, like, enthusiastic. There we go. That's the word. No, now you're more in, like, the narrator voice type deal, where it's like you're kind of just chill.
A long time ago, there used to live a man. Cut myself at work by accident. I reached it in my pocket, and I grabbed a razor, and then I forgot that, like, so how our razors work is they, like, hook at the top, like, there's a plastic, like, imagine, like, a scythe, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how it's, like, a metal blade that kind of comes out of a stick?
Yeah.
Except the top of the scythe is covered with plastic. It's only underneath where there's a blade. Well, I reached in my pocket to grab it, and it slipped my finger.
Oh, that's not good.
There goes the safety idea of it.
It's not really safe at that point.
I mean, it's safer than just having a straight blade in your pocket, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, there's a virus going on, so that's That's pretty neat.
I mean, for me personally, it hasn't affected like me work-wise. It's more so affected me like mentally and emotionally more than anything. Because like I used to hang out with people like twice a week, and once you cut that off, it's like totally different.
Was I one of those people?
Oh yeah, because we had Fate.
Yeah, good times. Good time. You know what? That's actually one of my topics.
Of course it is.
You want to talk about Fate? What is Fate, everybody? Solid question. It's a game like Dungeons and Dragons, but better because you can do whatever you want, less rules, and generally more, just freedom in general. Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons are the Imperials, while Fate is the Stormcloaks, you know?
Yeah.
If you actually look at it, Stormcloaks all the way, all for freedom, whatever. I mean, they have their flaws. True. I mean, unrelated, in Skyrim, the Stormcloaks are a bit racist. Yeah. But, like, past that, like, freedom.
I think every faction in Skyrim always had something about them that was just out of place.
Like the Thieves Guild, they had the whole, like, one of their people were bad. The rest of them were pretty neat. You know, like the Dark Brotherhood, like they had some weird color schemes going on. That was their big issue. I've started playing through Skyrim again recently.
I haven't played it in so long.
Right? And like it's hard getting back into it, but once I started going, like once I left the main quest and started doing some other stuff, it's like, this is actually kind of fun.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't started playing Skyrim, but I started playing The Outer Worlds, which is like Skyrim if it was in space.
Is it first person, third person?
It is.
It's first person?
First person.
Is it multiplayer or single player?
I think it's just single player.
I'll have to look into it. I know you talked about it before.
I mean, I haven't played it much, but I started playing it, I think this month actually, because like I kept hearing about it and like it looked interesting, but I actually tried it and like I'm actually pretty invested in the game now.
There's just so many games I have started and I get like really into,
yeah,
and then I just stop. Like RimWorld, do you remember RimWorld?
Dude, yeah, yeah, for sure. I get reminded of that occasionally. Like I should play RimWorld again. Then I'm like, dude, that game takes a lot out of you.
It does, kind of emotionally too, if we're being honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's be honest, like your entire colony gets killed by a bear. Or by a raccoon, really. So how has I'm sorry, I'm skipping around so much. It's just because we don't get to talk that often, let alone the podcast.
Fair. Well, that's what I was wondering. It's like you kind of messaged me out of the blue asking to do this, which is why I was wondering like why that was the case.
Solid question. This podcast is my excuse to talk to you when we're both in busy times. Because first of all, it forces you to do something that's work-related, so you're like, okay, I can do that. I can excuse this.
You figured me out. All right, perfect.
Like, getting you on to play video games on a Saturday morning, like, this is normally your prime work time, I think. This in general week.
Yeah.
So, if I want to hang out with you, it's like, yeah, you know, hey, this is work-related, Ethan. That's why I did streaming for a little bit. It's just like, Ethan, do you want to play video games? What? But it's for a stream, so it's cool.
I mean, I understand that thought process, but like, if you want to just play video games and stuff, like, I'm totally cool with that as well. But I also
do you want to just play video games and stuff?
Yeah.
After this, I work Sunday. Otherwise, I'd say then. Ooh, speaking of work, I no longer work at the previous place of employment.
Oh, boy.
Where I went from being in charge of the automotive department I knew nothing about to being in charge of the hardware department I knew nothing about. Now I work at a bigger company that's more well-known in their distribution center. And I work from, right now, my new schedule, I work 54-hour weeks now.
Cool.
Now I'm going to work 4 11s, and then I'm going to work an extra 10-hour shift on either a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, depending on, it's a rotating basis. So this week's Sunday, next week's going to be Saturday, next week, the week after that's going to be Friday. So it will make Fate a little more difficult to get going sometime. Actually, no, it won't. I'll be fine. Unless it's, actually, no. If I work a Sunday, I will not want to do Fate.
Dude, just drink a bang. You'll be fine.
No. I have to wake up at 4 a.m. most times.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, it's
right. I mean, we could just do Fate. Well, actually, I was going to say we could do Fate earlier, but then it's like, maybe not, because like your work schedule.
Well, no, I mean, like, if we want to do it on a Saturday afternoon, I'd be down.
I can do Saturday afternoon. Dude, I haven't done a podcast in so long, so it's like, it's not new to me, but it's just, I remember when I used to do this all the time, and I've rarely done it because of like work and my own video and whatnot. So it's like,
When was are you making another video anytime soon?
dude, I'm still making it. I only have like 6 minutes done, and it's a 16-minute video. And I wanted to get it done this month, but this month has flown by so fast, and it's made me feel bad. Because I think this is like one of the longest like times in production where it's taken this long, but that's because of like the whole quarantine messed me up mentally for weeks, and then I was also stuck in like the research phase for weeks, so it's a combination of that. But I'm hoping that after this video I'm gonna make another one that won't take as long, because I want to do like a mini series type thing that'll hopefully help with like production and hopefully make it faster. And that's my hope, but I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, how's your job been doing? Have you been pretty busy because of the month?
Yeah, actually more so because like everybody's home.
Mm-hmm.
So like more and more people are sending like footage and assets and whatnot. So
Ethan, this is time for our yearly quarter review. Ethan, how your finances be?
Yeah. No, that's good. Anywhere from like 15 to 50 a month per client, depending on the client.
15 to 50
an hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
So generally, what's your monthly income? Or what was your income for this busy month of yours? I don't know. This is a weird question to ask you. Finances are weird.
Keeping weekly and monthly records so that way I can actually look at what's going on, which has helped. And I've done that for like the past year. So that's helped a lot for sure.
That's good.
Yeah.
Records are good. That's why... That's why I use Newcash.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to bring up Newcash. I knew it.
Newcash is a free program using for accounting purposes. And now that I've taken 2 accounting classes, I actually understand what some of the stuff is in it. Which, as a side note, I barely got through that accounting class. I mean, I got a 89%, which for me is low. I mean, straight A's are nothing.
Straight A's are nothing. Wow, that's a slap to the face. Okay, all right.
Listen, I do not like getting below an A. At my work, we get judged by our performances, right? And 100% would be considered the C, right? Like, you passed, you did good, but did you really?
Wow.
And then B would be like 110. And A is anything above 120. And I have pushed so hard for the last 5 months so I can get 120% because it drives me crazy if I'm only meeting expectations.
Wow.
That's why I don't do videos anymore, because I drive myself insane of this isn't good enough for my own standards.
Wow. I miss the Number Blue videos, though. I'm not going to lie. Every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember that. I totally understand with, like, work and school and everything. It's a lot. But, yeah, like, even in these times, like, I've kept myself busy. And it's, like, especially in these times, you kind of have to keep yourself mentally. Because, like, if I don't, I'll start thinking. And if I start thinking, that's usually bad. And then I make myself sad. So... What?
Yeah, I hate thinking. I just make myself sad constantly. I don't even know.
No, well, I mean, I realized that recently, actually.
There was about a year ago when I joined the last company I worked at, where I stopped like thinking about things, and I've become much more fluid.
Right.
And I still overthink. Like, you're never gonna get rid of that. That's just how things are.
Exactly.
But you do it less. You know, like you just kind of some things are just instinctive now.
Yeah.
Which has made me a better game runner for Fate. I'm
Oh.
excited. I want to tell you things. I want to tell you things.
Don't tell me spoilers.
I need to. I'm gonna work on the. I might work on this today. Honestly, I have so much I need to do today and tomorrow.
And yet today was the day you're like, yeah, I want to do a podcast with Ethan.
Yes, because I like spending time with you. Sorry.
Aw. No, it's okay. No, I get it. I'm just.
Oh, I'm glad you think it's okay, Ethan.
No, it just sounded like you were busy today, and that's like, of course, the day where you're really busy is. I was making a point. That's all.
I know. I'm joking, man.
All right. I have this weird mental thing where it's like, no matter what I do, it's still not enough. And then the other mental thing is like, I'm doing good. So I always have that confliction every single day where it's like, am I doing good? I don't know if I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good. I'm doing better than last year or the year before. It's like, but then it's like this whole thing where it's like, I could do better. Well, yeah, obviously anybody could do better in any field of some sort. So it's like, it's this whole mental thing for me where it's like, does that make sense?
No, I get it.
It's like, I always want to improve and be better. But at the same time, there comes a point where it's like, but am I doing good right now?
That's where you're healthier than me, because I only have the I need to be doing better thing, where I cannot meet my own expectations. So that's fun. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. And like I've gotten to the point where it's like I know how to not be scammed, or like I know like if a project is not like big enough in budget, So like I've gotten to that point where it's like, if a guy's like, hey, I want a video, but it's like $5. I mean, no, I can't do that simply because of time, you know? So it's like I've gotten to the point where it's like I know which projects would actually be beneficial.
I've been thinking about getting into voice acting.
Yeah, like you keep saying that and like...
I never do, and I really should. Because
yeah.
I think I'm okay at it.
I think so too.
Like, when I actually try. Oh, I'm actually thinking of Futurama. There's, like, a guy with, like, bald head and a ponytail. It's an old scientist guy, but not, like, the main one. And he kind of talks like this. And he has a little bit of... I can't do voices when I'm in a phone call. No. Maybe I can do voices in person, which would definitely not be great if I want to become a voice actor.
Well, when you say voice actor, are you talking about, like, characters or, like, narrator?
Yeah, both.
Because when you said voice actor, I thought for sure, like, narrator would definitely be... Because you have that definite narrator's voice from my perspective and opinion. I think voice acting in general, like playing a character, would be way more fun.
I agree 100%. I can't do voices in this because like now I need to perform. I don't know if you have the same thing, but whenever I need to like perform is when I do worst. Like if I try playing guitar on stage, it's harder than when I do it just by myself or with friends.
Yeah, it's because of the atmosphere.
I don't like atmospheres. I do like Atmosphere the rapper, but that's a different whole thing.
Yeah, one of the main points in my coffee talk video was like how atmosphere can like influence and impact like a room, you know?
Oh, you know that I never watched that video. I've been busy.
No, that's fine. No, it's totally fine.
Leverage was a series.
Narrate. Hey, wait. You gotta put this on your narration portfolio, so you gotta do really good here.
Oh, thanks. No pressure. Leverage was a 28. Okay. Leverage was a TV show that ran from December 7th, 2008 to December 25th, 2012. In it, a former insurance investigator, Nate Ford, and his band of cohorts act as modern-day Robin Hoods, pulling elaborate scams targeted against the greedy and the corrupt. Nate was inspired to begin his con business when his former employer refused to pay for treatment that could have saved his son's life. The series falls underneath the drama, comedy, and action fields. The main characters, including Hardison, Elliot, Sophie, Parker, and Nate all have their own set of skills. Nate, the mastermind, the planner of plans. Parker, the thief, the pickpocket. Hardison, the elite hacker dude. He has those elite hacks. Sophie, the grifter, a word I only learned from watching that show. And Elliot, the guy who punches things. All together, they make a great team. Yeah. Anyway, so basically it's a show about Robin Hoods and stuff, and it's actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. A lot of that I made up on the spot, except for the original former insurance investigator thing. Like, once I started going into the characters, made it up on the spot. So that means, just for people looking out there, not only can I read a script pretty cleanly, like, let's be honest, I only messed up like twice once I started going, but I can also improv mediocrely. Leverage, though.
Leverage is free on Vudu, like all the seasons.
Ooh.
So that's a thing.
Start watching it from the beginning. I think I ended on season 3. Yeah, I started watching season 3 and then I stopped.
So it's free on Tubi. I've never heard of Tubi.
Can we be honest?
What?
Season 4 and 5 are my favorite.
Dude, I barely remember the plot lines from the show.
Like, all right, so season 1, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to go into the spoiler final warnings.
Watch Leverage right now, like, honestly, because it's really good.
It starts with Nate being approached by an airplane contractor who says the other company stole his plans.
Right.
Anyways, after they complete the job, the guy tries killing them. So that's where they come together as a team one last time, bringing in Sophie, where they con him back. Now, throughout the season, they grow together as a family or whatever, and they're doing these jobs, learning about each other. Nate's a drunk, the others are good. By the end of the season, they have their final episode where he's going against his own insurance company, doing the final big heist of the season, in which, at the very end, they all separate, going their own ways. Season 2. Season 2 begins with them meeting up for Sophie's performance. Generally, she was doing a play of some sort, so they all kind of meet together. And they all end up at a coffee or at a bar where Nate lives above. Turns out he's sober, but they're all just like, we should do a heist again. It was fun. And he's just like, no. So anyways, they start doing heists again. And by the end of the season, like the whole storyline for that one is like they're in a local town where it's like, you know, the police are doing their thing. They're kind of just small town work for the most part. At the end of the season, they find out the FBI is involved. There's whole gangs. The government's corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end, they become outlaws. They are wanted by the federal government, and they're on the run from also Sterling, who was, in the first season and such. Yeah. Who, by the way, that actor is my favorite actor. But anyways, Mark Shepard is his name. Moving onward, by the end of the season, they're wanted and stuff. Season 3. Season 4 is when they're in Portland. Or is that season 5?
Me specifically, I only remember key moments of the show. Like, I remember the scene where there's, like, a hospital and, like, they have a truck rolled up. And then, like, they open the truck, and then the song plays that you showed me. I'm like, oh, Zach knows the song because of this show.
What song was that?
Something about winter. It was
Oh, that song.
Yeah.
It's called Winter by. And actually, I saw it from Scrubs.
Remember when you had that lightsaber phase?
Don't bring that up.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry,
so
but
much. No, I'm joking. So much money wasted.
Hey, now you have awesome props for videos.
I've sold like 3 of them, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because all I have left is my original blue one and then one of the RGB ones. So I've sold
I feel like
2.
Yeah, I feel like if like you buy a bunch of those, you should keep at least one because they're like really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm keeping the original, the blue one, the first one I ever got, because that was kind of special to me,
True, yeah.
That one is mine.
I understand that.
So now you need to get a lightsaber.
No, I don't.
Let me
I don't
get you
spend
into every hobby
on a
I've ever done.
I'm good.
How much do you think I spent on it?
I don't know, man. They're expensive. I know that aren't they like $200 or $300?
They're anywhere between
each?
$200 and $600, depending.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, let me restate that. They're anywhere between $80 and $1,000 to $500.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
The first one I got was $80.
I'm not that much of a Star Wars nerd. I like the movies, but like, and the lightsabers are cool. But like,
ooh! Star Wars Episode 1. Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul by jumping over him, Darth Maul having the high ground, tempting Obi-Wan to kill him. So Obi-Wan jumps over Darth Maul, slices him in half. Now, Episode 3, they're in the lava place. I don't know what it's called, but the lava place. Obi-Wan has the high ground. He looks at Anakin and is like, don't do it. You can't do it. And Anakin's like, oh yeah, you have the high ground? You underestimate my power. And Anakin jumps over trying to kill Obi-Wan. What happened there is Obi-Wan had in the past told Anakin about how he killed Darth Maul. And Anakin's just like, oh yeah? I'm going to do what you did, but I'm going to do it better. Obi-Wan tempted Anakin to pull a move. And this is not the only time Obi-Wan's done this. I'll do this in a second. But Obi-Wan basically used Anakin's pride against him, forcing Anakin to try and jump over him so he could slice him down. Now, this happens again in a TV show that I've not actually watched myself, but I saw this clip, right? And I saw this on the internet. All this I learned from Reddit, and it's amazing. So in Star Wars Rebels, right, at one point, Obi-Wan has his final encounter with Darth Maul, who survives and stuff, and has kind of been through the Clone Wars and the Rebels, so, right? So this is their final encounter. Obi-Wan is fighting Darth Maul, and they're doing their slow stuff. In Episode 1, Star Wars Episode 1, what happened was Qui-Gon Jinn fell for a move where he put himself vulnerable so Darth Maul could bump him in the face and then stab him. What Obi-Wan does is he does the exact same thing, but he's prepared. So the second Darth Maul comes to like punch him in the face with it, Obi-Wan slices through the lightsaber and through Darth Maul.
Dang.
So Obi-Wan has multiple times used other people's arrogance and pride against them by tempting them to do something that he's seen done before and he knows they know about, and then he kills them with it.
When you told me that, I had like my hands on my head and I was just like shocked, like, oh my gosh, because I never thought about that. So what I'm hearing is Episode 3 isn't that bad.
Episode 3 is good. It's honestly probably my favorite Star Wars.
So what I'm hearing is the prequels aren't that bad.
I don't think so. Oh wait, let me restate that. Episode 1 and 2 are pretty bad. But they're fun. The prequels are fun. The originals are good. The sequels are visually pleasing and have some good moments. I don't know. That's my opinion of Star Wars.
Understandable. I disagree, but understandable.
Well, like the original trilogy, right? Let's talk about that real quick.
I haven't watched the originals in so long, but continue.
They're good. I don't think they're as fun as the others, because the others have real combat going on. Like, they're interesting, they're good movies, they're good stories, but not, like, as fun. The prequels, lots of action, generally fun. Episode 1 was kind of boring, they don't have a lot of action, the story's pretty bad, and the visuals are way worse than I remember. I remember them being good, and I went back, and it's just like, I'm pretty sure that's a blob of CGI. Episode 2, it's interesting. I actually kind of liked episode 2.
I think episode 2's highlight was definitely the
big battle scene at the end.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, for me specifically, it was the battle with
Count Dooku.
Anakin, Obi-Wan, and
Count Dooku.
Well, no, because I'm thinking about the arena. I think that was like one of the best scenes in them, where the 3 people were in the arena and they were stuck.
Oh, okay. Oh, and Padme
with that giant animal. Yeah, I think that was my favorite scene from the movie.
The whole second half of that movie was really good.
Yeah.
The first half was good. The third movie, easily my favorite. Generally just a lot of fun throughout the whole thing. Lots of action, lots of conflict among characters, and you see everything kind of going into place.
One of the most memorable things about the third one is how much it felt like a fan fiction between Anakin and Padme. Like,
it's so
you
bad.
Remember that? I wouldn't say it's bad, but it was just like, okay,
it's
all
like,
right.
It's like The Room. It's so bad. It's hard not to watch.
I don't remember it being bad. I just was like, okay,
that's because you watched it when you were younger.
Trust me. Well, fair, but like, I think they focused a little too much on that, because Anakin isn't supposed to be the main character of Star Wars. Like,
he is.
Well,
he basically throughout the entire thing, it's the Skywalker trilogy.
Yeah,
like all 3 the Skywalker whole complete saga.
I understand that, but like, it's more than just him.
It is more than just him, but it's focused around him and his family essentially. It's the prequels are about them finding the chosen one. Yeah. The originals are about his son trying to take down himself. And then the sequels are about the legacy he's left behind. His grandson is trying to follow in his place. His son tried running a school, like all that. Like, it's about his whole life and how it affected things.
You know, I never thought about it like that, but that actually makes sense.
Oh, there is a script for... Oh, that's awesome.
What?
I found the script for Star Wars.
Which one?
The third one. So I'm going to read this to you word for word. Let me...
wait, which scene? Which scene specifically?
Scene 73, Coruscant, Padme's apartment, interior, twilight. Padme stands in the balcony, brushing her hair. Anakin leans against the wall, watching her lovingly. Anakin, every second I was thinking of you. Protecting the endless, nameless outer rim settlements became a torture. The battles were easy, the longing became unbearable. I've never been so happy as I am at this moment. Padme, Annie, I want to have our baby back home on Naboo. We could go to the lake country where no one would know, where we would be safe. I could go early and fix up the baby's room. I know the perfect spot, right by the gardens. Anakin, you are so beautiful. Just ignoring everything she said, just as a side note. Padme, it's only because I'm so in love. No, I need you to listen to this, Ethan. This is painful. Oh my gosh. This is painful.
Oh no.
Padme, I know the perfect spot right by the gardens. Anakin, you are so beautiful. Padme, it's only because I'm so in love. Anakin, no, it's because I'm so in love with you. Padme, so love has blinded you? Anakin, well, that's not exactly what I meant. Padme, but it's probably true. They both laugh. Anakin, I haven't laughed in so long. Padme, neither have I.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It feels like fan fiction. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I cannot, like...
Dude, like, it's literal, like, fan fiction. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it.
Wow. Anakin Fanfiction. Nice, dude. Like, honestly, that's literally what it is.
Next scene, scene 74, interior, Palis Massa Medical Center, dream. The view is strangely distorted and disorienting. Padme is on the table in an alien medical chamber. Is it really alien? Anyway, she is giving birth and is screaming, Padme, help, Anakin, help me. Help, Anakin. Anakin, I love you. I love you. She screams and dies. Scene 75.
That's it.
I just love it. I'm like looking through. So let's skip forward. So this is just one more thing. Just last thing. Anakin and Yoda talking about the dream. Scene 77. Yep. This is about 4 scenes later. Yoda and Anakin are in Yoda's room, deep in thought. Yoda. Premonitions. These visions you have.
It's actually not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Continue.
Anakin. They are of pain, suffering, death.
Yourself you speak of, or someone you know?
Anakin. Someone.
Close to you?
Yes.
Careful, you must be when sensing the future, Anakin. The fear of loss is a path to the dark side.
I won't let these visions come true, Master Yoda. Yoda.
Death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those around you who transform into the Force. Mourn them, do not. Miss them, do not. Attachment leads to jealousy. The shadow of greed, that is.
What must I do, Master Yoda?
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear.
Next scene. They really skip around in this movie. They're very short scenes.
Because they have a lot to jam in. It's like there's too much. So it's like, oh, we gotta do this. Oh, we gotta do this. Oh, we gotta add this scene. Oh, well, now I know what the intro clip to the podcast is gonna be. The Anakin fanfiction. Oh, that's incredible. Oh my gosh. See, but like it's that same feeling where it's like it seems like a teenager wrote it, just like a person who's like obsessed with Star Wars, and it's like, oh, I really want this scene between Anakin and Padme. That's exactly what it feels like.
So now I'm instinctively loading up a Futurama episode.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, but hear me out. It's actually a good love episode. All right. So in this episode, it's season 5, episode 16, and it was called "The Devil's Hands Are Idle Playthings." Right.
Mm-hmm.
In this episode, generally, what happens is Fry trades hands with the devil.
Okay.
Yeah, so he switches hands with them. And it's all by accident. It's a really funny thing how it happens, right?
Yeah.
So through the episode, at the beginning of the episode, before this happens, he's trying to play this instrument, and he's bad at it. Well, now he can play it perfectly because he has the devil's hands, who can, do it perfectly.
Yeah.
Robot devil, obviously. Anyway. So we skip towards the end, and Leela, his love interest in the show, is really falling for him. So towards the end, Fry gets his old hands back, right?
Yeah.
So, and he was doing it in the middle of an opera he wrote. And, like, they start booing him and stuff, and everybody leaves because he has his original hands now. Metropolitan House of Opera. Fry sits alone on the stage in the empty auditorium. He puts his holophoner, the instrument he was playing, on the floor and gets up to leave. Leela. Please don't stop playing, Fry. I want to hear how it ends. Fry turns around. Leela is the only person left in the room. He smiles and then sits down, picks up the holophoner, and starts to play. The smoke whirls around above him and forms a crude, cartoon-like image of him and Leela, who turn to each other and take hold of another's hand. They kiss, turn around, and walk away towards the horizon, never taking their eyes off each other. The whole ending, and it's just the end. So this is the difference between show and tell.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I almost cried. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, wow. And you were just reading it, and I could envision everything. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Star Wars does a very good job of showing relationships through combat, but that's it. Past that, I can go into how Star Wars is and we'll go into this because now you've got me going on this stuff. What Futurama is always very good at, and part of it's because it's a cartoon form, but the others, they just have really good writings. They've always been very good at showing relationships through visuals, like how they interact, how they're looking, what they do with their hands, all that. It's very well written. I know it's hard to get into at first, but seriously, you should watch the entire show.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, I've been meaning to watch a show, and I've watched a season or two, but I haven't gotten back into it simply because I don't remember where I left off, kind of thing. So I might just need to rewatch it.
Start from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, Star Wars. Last thing I'm going to talk about. This is my last rant, I swear.
All right.
I'm sorry I've gone on so long.
Don't apologize. This is entertaining to me.
Star Wars Episode 4. Right. Darth Vader and Obi-Wan are fighting. These are two lifelong friends, essentially, who are now old. Yeah. They are just kind of tapping their lightsabers together. Kind of like, no, are you going to? Why don't you go?
Yeah.
Because they know this is the end. They know these are two old men who have lived long lives, and they're just like, let's do this. Mm-hmm. Like, this is it. And that's why, like, it's always calm. Darth Vader doesn't use his full force. Like, it's all just, just light. It's just friendly, like, they're being respectful with each other.
That makes sense, actually.
Now, Episode 3, in their final fight scene, it's first of all, it's just amazing and well done. Like, if you look at them, they have a lot of similar techniques in how they're fighting and stuff. And it really shows where there's just a short 5 seconds of them doing literally, but swinging their lightsabers and missing each other entirely. Like, because they're both using the exact same technique and getting frustrated with each other on how, because they've fought with each other for so long, or like they consider themselves brothers, because like they've been in combat for the last 2 years together in a galactic-wide war.
Yeah,
and here they are fighting each other, and they know each other too well. To the point where their last move they do with that, after they miss each other so much, they both try force pushing each other, and both end up on other sides of the room because of it.
Yeah.
Like, Star Wars has always... That is where they strive, is when they're in their combat. I love film.
True.
Like,
yeah, same.
Because, like, you really start to appreciate things once you, like, see it. Like, once somebody... Like, I have to have it pointed out to me, but once you know, it's just so nice.
Dude, I actually do want to make a documentary at some point. I want to make a documentary, and I want to make, like, a film eventually. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be fun. Maybe I could make a documentary about the film, and then the documentary would be more popular than the film. Oh my gosh! That's what I'm gonna do. Anyways,
okay. Start writing the film.
No, I'll start writing the documentary first about the film. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, whoa! Is the film about me, or is the film about the filmmaking?
I love Community so much. It's my favorite show now.
Right? It's so good.
It's so good.
Charlie and Abed in the morning.
I don't think you understand. We're using morning with a U.
You are?
Dude. Can we talk about Community?
Did you see the table read?
Dude, I watched the table read and the Q&A. I love that so much. I was dying of laughter.
I didn't see the Q&A.
Oh, it's so good. It's on the same channel. I wonder if you're going to bring up what I think. Yeah, your loading takes a long time.
Well, I'm reading it now real quick.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So Chevy Chase ended up getting kicked from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Chevy Chase got kicked from the show because in between takes he would make racist comments about Donald Glover.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I don't know where I heard it, but I heard that he was actually, like, pretty racist.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I mean...
You don't mess with Donald Glover, man. That's
Donald Glover is an amazing person.
I love that man so much.
His music, his film, his comedy, like,
everything he does is good, and it's just, like, I'm so proud of him,
he's such a nice person.
Exactly! Yeah. I think he's actually my favorite. Because
he could do comedic acting and he could do dramatic acting.
Right?
Like, he could do both.
Yeah. He's literally a jack of all trades. Like, great. It's insane. I think he's actually my favorite celebrity.
That's fair. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Personally, Keanu Reeves will always have my heart because, like, that man is one of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I mean, like, I see pictures of him and he's just out in, like, public doing his thing. Another guy, Patton Oswalt, the one from Pottery, but also Ethan.
Yeah.
Pop. Okay. Cool.
I got it. It's tough to ask, but what was your favorite episode of Community?
Oh, so I'm rewatching it right now. Mm-hmm. Let me pull up the episode listings.
Because it's tough for me to say, because I love Community simply because they do so many diverse things.
Mm-hmm. Personally, like the Dungeons and Dragons episode, always amazing.
That was really good, yeah.
Paintball, also good for the first couple ones. It kind of got tiring in my opinion, but you know what?
I actually really like the paintball ones. I really like the 8-bit adventure one. I think that's probably top 5 for me. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I think it might be, because I was shocked when they did like the full episode of that. I'm like, are they doing this? Oh wow, they're doing this kind of thing. So I really enjoyed that.
Oh, conspiracy theories one. It's been a while. It was in season 2, episode 9, Conspiracy Theories and Interior Design. When Jeff tries to obtain a credit for a fictionist the unintended consequences of Rock Greendale.
Oh, that was a good episode. I remember that.
And then that's also a Blanket Fort episode, which are all amazing.
Yeah. Why do I feel like there's no bad episode of Community?
I mean, like, the only one that I got close to... Actually, no, I actually kind of really like that one. There's one, like, something penmanship. It's the one where... Not Allie. Why have I forgotten her name? Annie, that was weird. Annie loses, like, 7 of her pens and stuff.
Oh, I love that
So
episode.
they flip the entire
That was
thing
really
over.
funny.
And then there's a puppy parade going on.
Yeah. I just love how much that escalated.
I like
funny.
From the beginning they were calling it a bottle episode and stuff, and like Jeff through the whole thing's just like, no, stop calling it that, stop calling that. Finally Jeff like gets to the point where he's angry. It's just like everybody's trying to leave. It's like, no, you're not going. And Abed turns to him and it's just like, yeah, we're doing a bottle episode.
I love Abed so much.
Oh, he's great. The Dean's also amazing.
Yeah, I like the Dean.
Starburns is a good side character.
True.
Continue.
I think Abed is that perfect form of self-awareness where it's not like it's there and it's obvious that it's there, but it's not like constant. You know what I mean? Like when it nods in a way that makes sense and is never forced, in my opinion.
Well, it's like I also like how they portrayed him as like he knows he has something with him, like going on with him. He knows he's different. And he embraces it to the point where it's like, yeah, I don't need help getting girls. They find me aloof. They already get attracted to me.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, no, I know I'm weird and I'm going to embrace it. Why would I not want to? Because it's cool and fun.
My favorite seasons were definitely with Troy. Dude, honestly, Community Season 1 was actually really good. I really like Season 1.
I think Season 2 is where it started to really get, or halfway through Season 1 through season whenever Troy leaves. Like once Troy leaves, they lose 2 of their main cast members.
Didn't Troy leave at like Season 4 or 5?
He was really late on. It was after like Pierce was already gone.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, like we could praise it for this entire episode if we really wanted to. It was a good show. Personally, I don't know where it falls between like, okay, so there's The Office, Parks and Rec, Community, and Good Place. Those are 4 of my top shows. I don't know where it ranks in there.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec and Office are, in my opinion, tied. I think Good Place is my preferred of those. But Community, it's up there. I don't know where it lands, though. What'd you get for Christmas, Ethan?
That was 5 months ago.
All right, what'd you get? What'd you
I don't
get?
even remember.
Let me restate that. What did I get you for Christmas that I actually gave you
yeah.
in March?
I don't know why. I was literally just about to go grab it, but there's no point because nobody can see me. I actually showed it on stream. It was pretty cool. So Zach got me a vinyl record of my album, and on the vinyl is also the Friendship album.
So what I'm hearing is I need to lend you or you need to get your own vinyl player, or so you can play.
Dude,
your
Lauren
actual
has
vinyl.
like 10.
Why did she have more than one?
Because she was trying to sell them. Because she got so
Get
many
one
from
from her.
somebody. Yeah. Well, no, I'll probably have to pay for it, honestly, because she's not going to give it to me. I want to listen to the Hello Internet vinyl episodes.
I do too. It's online.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you,
I didn't know that. Real quick, and this can be really fast. What's your relationship with podcasts right now?
the only one I listen to is The Adventure Zone and My Brother and Me.
You've given up on Hello Internet?
I haven't listened to it in a long, long time, man. It's been almost 2 years. Like, I like them. It's just, it got repetitive and boring.
Top comment, 15 seconds in and Brady already called us out. Incredible. Wow. Dude, part of me doesn't want to listen to this. I'm not going to lie.
Huh?
You know? Because I like, even the guy in the description is like, I'm just a freebooter. I feel dirty looking at this. I legit don't want to listen to it because it's like I'd rather like buy the vinyl, but like I don't even know if you can buy the vinyl at this point. Is that just me? Like, I mean,
Oh, it cost $1,000?
limited edition. Are they still up? No, I don't think the original ones were $1,000. Besides, they only did limited printing, so it shouldn't even be up anymore.
I'm still looking into it.
They did the vinyl episode in 2016? That can't be right.
Yeah, that makes sense, really.
Dang, all right. Well, I don't know.
I can't find it. I don't think people are selling it anymore. If you go on Reddit, they have swaps going on where people can trade and such, but...
That's interesting.
Ethan, we should do a limited edition vinyl episode.
No. Nobody's listening to this because nobody cares. Why make a vinyl when nobody cares?
Why make a podcast when nobody cares?
If we ever make a vinyl, why make a vinyl when nobody cares? That'll be the title.
Why make a vinyl when ... nobody cares? And like big letters underneath.
Whoa, that's marketing right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dude, if one of our episodes ever got 1 million views, what would you think?
Why?
Exactly.
Like, listen,
exactly.
I have no expectations of this getting more than 10 at best.
Oh, same, yeah. Exactly.
Because we have nothing interesting to talk about. We have nothing informational. We are just two dudes talking and being like, yeah, the internet will listen to this.
Hey, man, there's a market for it.
There is, but for interesting people. Where do we fall in that, Ethan?
Wow, I'm not interesting. Wow, that hurts.
Neither of us are, Ethan. Not compared to the
okay.
to the Science Channel YouTuber and the guy who just does smart things. You can decide which one's which. I don't know. They kind of both fall into categories. But
well, you do realize that the last time we took a break, that episode only got 9 views. But like when we came back, this episode has 42 views. So there is some demand for us coming back. Apparently, somehow. I don't know how in the world, but... Well,
maybe it's because you had more subscribers at that point. Like, now, when you share this on your Discord, which I'm assuming you probably do, they're going to be like, oh, what's this? MasterEth has a podcast? Oh, who's this Zach guy? Where'd he come from?
Where are we?
Yeah. You remember when I used to be a big part of your channel?
That was the golden days of MasterEth, man.
Well, golden days is a strong word. Golden days was after that, but before the current. Like, when you were, like, posting, like, weekly...
Oh, so you're a quantity guy. I see how it is.
There was also quality, though. Because that was before you started doing freelancing, too. So it was basically...
True.
You were putting
when I had no job.
Yeah, it was good times.
I know, right? Yeah.
Your friends would take you out for meals.
Back when we could go out for meals. Full circle. There we go. All right.
Like 10 days. Ethan, this has been fun.
I agree. I've kind of missed this a little bit. But
we can't do it as often as we did it, but every so often, maybe twice a year. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think we've done an episode this year, too.
We haven't. Well, it's been a year.
Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, because I said that. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you for watching Nobody Cares. I've been your host, Zachary, and your co-host has been...
Ethan.
Actually, really, I think you are the host at this point. I don't...
No, you're the host.
We're both hosts, Ethan.
No, you're the host. No, you're the host.
Okay. If you insist.
Yes, I do insist.
Well, thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Ethan, I love you, buddy.
I love you too.
There we go. Internet hugs. Cool.
All right.
All right. Have a good one, buddy.